I want to put in like a mini topic right here, just get y'all quick opinions. Like, so since I've been putting up today about the people's opinion on Tekken 8, one thing that was sparked, Color Core said she wanted a different sound from the Tekken 7 soundtrack. She wanted like a different feel for the game, so people started talking about what's their favorite Tekken soundtrack. And I see one person said, in their opinion, Tekken 2 has the best soundtrack. Then it goes Tekken 4, then Tekken 7, and then the rest in any order you prefer. And then Kodacore says 4 was a very unique in terms of music, so you wouldn't mind sound direction in like 4, even tag 1 and 2. So a lot of people are talking about this soundtrack. Do y'all know what y'all favorite Tekken soundtrack is?
Yes.
All of them.
Immediately. That's what I'm saying, Devin. I'm like, how you like every time I cut on a Tekken soundtrack, it'd be like, ooh, like I don't know how people like choose. Like, but I will say this: the ones I have saved the most are from the Tekken Tag series. Like, the things how you like floating in the house when you listen to it.
I think like Tekken 5, Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection. Like, I think that has like, that's my favorite soundtrack because it had all the tracks from Tekken 5, but then it also had all the new tracks from Dark Resurrection, all like basically like lumped together. What's it, Those Who Go to Heaven? Let's see. What's that one in Moonlit Wilderness? Stalking Wolves, Ground Zero. There's so many good tracks in that one game. Just like like the Unforgiven. Like if anybody remembers, I've already like mentioned this before. Yeah, you know. Yeah. Yeah, bro. There is no way. I'm sorry. There's no way you can play on that stage with that music, with those guys chanting in the background and not get hype. Bro, I remember when I was a kid, I used to play Tekken 5 and people would be like, bro, do not choose that stage. This guy's gonna go crazy. Like he's gonna go crazy. He's gonna steamroll us if we choose that stage. And more often than not, that was the case, bro. I would get so hyped playing on that stage, man. So yeah, like so many good stages. But I mean, like that's to say that there aren't any on like the other games. Like I would say that I would agree with Cuddle Core saying that Tekken 4 had a very, very unique soundtrack. Like, was it Fear, Kitsch, which is like the beach theme. And then you have like Authentic Sky, Touch and Go. Yeah, man. Like there are so many good tracks. And then the tracks from like Tekken 6, was it like Midtown Madness and stuff, and then they have like the one from like the Tomato Festival, like the track from there that you rarely ever got to hear. And then you have like the one where they have like the dudes like yodeling and stuff, you know, with like all the sheep and everything. Like that was great, man. Like those, like it's difficult. I will say it is difficult to choose a favorite soundtrack because they're all good. Like just like right out, like let's just clear that up right now. All the Tekken soundtracks are good. They always put their foot in every single soundtrack they make. All of them. Like you have what was it? Like like the one that a lot of people I know really like is Tekken 3. Like, you know, you have like Nobuyoshi Sano who did some really great work. And I mean, just for your knowledge, if you really like the Tekken 3 soundtrack, he makes music outside of there that is ridiculously good. Go look up the Brightness album by Sano DG. It is amazing. Just look it up on YouTube. You're welcome.
It's really hard for me to choose because I'm going through like, because you know I listen to all my video game music on SoundCloud. SoundCloud is the best app for music. I don't care what nobody say. Bump out like some of the stuff people create on here be jamming. But Tekken 7, like I have music on here that I have saved, like the main menu song, Solitude, excellent. The character customization song from Tekken 7, classic. Then I got on here, where's my next one? I got Tekken 6, Mystical Forest.
Oh yeah, man, that's a good one.
Love that song. But I think the song that I played the most, just not to go through every single song I got on here,
Mhm.
but the Tekken Tag Tournament staff roll song.
Oh yeah,
Bro,
dude.
I can remember me and E setting up for TVFGC News when I'd come and we'd be in that hot summer room trying to record videos. I'd be playing that song like 50 billion times in my ear. That song is amazing. And so
Yeah.
I could understand true Tekken heads, the people that like played every single Tekken every single day when it was out and it was this time, how they could, pinpoint like I like this soundtrack better than this, and Tekken 7 is like this for me compared to this one. But man, like when I listen to almost any Tekken soundtrack, I'm just like I be in
Facts.
there just jamming. Like I don't know who they lock in the closet and be like, you ain't coming out until we get flames. But that dude do it every time. Like whoever they be kidnapping and forcing into musical excellence gets it every single time, bro. Like I don't know how they do that.
Dude, what I
I don't
heard
know
was
how.
from my brother is that the people that do the music for like Tekken games are like some kind of like super group of like really of like prolific musical artists. Like that's what I heard. Like it's like some people who are like really well known in like the industry, like in Japan and stuff.
Yeah. I'm
Dude,
telling you, bro, they make songs like they just like they desperate to live. Like if this soundtrack don't work out, I'm a perish.
Yeah.
Or they got Deadpool with a pistol right in front of them. Like, bro, this stuff ain't flames. I swear. And they come out flames every time.
It does every single time. And they've been knocking out of the park since since like forever, like since the beginning of time,
yeah.
you know.
Since I like that. I think 2 and 3 were the last. If I'm correct, I think 2 and 3. I know 3 were the last ones to have arrangements because they had the arcade
Arcade and
soundtrack, and then they
PlayStation.
had the console arrangement.
Yeah.
For me, I'm gonna have to give it my number one. Got to be Tekken 3. Tekken 3 just had the Eddie Gordo soundtrack. Doom, 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 doom. Like, come on, man! Like, you just put the controller down and start doing capoeira right there in the living room. Like, like the King music. Both of King's soundtracks were legendary.
Yeah.
Like, my brother was a King player, and I used to play on his stage a lot, and both of his soundtracks were
Were great.
flames.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, bro, how you make this music, man? Like the intro music, the cutscene, like that was fire. It's like label Long's themes, man. So I think my number one is Tekken 2. Number 2 is kind of a toss up, man. I because he made a good point, man. Unforgiven. I'm saying this on the podcast, man. I don't care what you say. I don't care. I don't care
On the
where you
record.
at. I don't care where you live. I don't care what kind of I don't care what kind of juice you drink. Unforgiven is one of the best fighting game soundtracks ever created.
Yeah,
Top 5.
definitely.
And it is a perfect prime example of how good music is needed in fighting games. Some because I've seen sometimes people fighting like, no, you need good music. I don't care how good the graphics are, how good the combos and the mechanics. If there's no good music, like E just said, there's certain music stages that have music that just pump you up. That was one of them.
Yeah.
One of mine was Street Fighter 4, Pitch Black Jungle. When I played on this stage, I feel like I could have beat Daigo. If I was playing on that stage exclusively, couldn't nobody beat me. And like it just gave me that much energy. But I think my number one got to be Tekken 3. Number 2, I think I'm gonna say Tekken 6. Tekken 6, and I know people like in the comments, people like, oh, the dubstep, man. Look, dubstep ain't that bad. The dubstep that they do in these games, it actually fits, it works. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah. Like the
Urban Warzone, Electric Fountain,
yeah,
the
Electric
Cemetery,
Fountain, dude.
the Fallen Colony. Come on, man. Like Tekken 6 had a phenomenal soundtrack. Really, Tekken has had great soundtracks ever since they've been making Tekken games. Even Tekken Revolution has some good soundtracks.
Is it me? Like, I'm just gonna put this out there, but did you ever feel like the track from like Fallen Colony sounded like it came straight out of like a Gundam anime? Like,
It kind of had a feel to it like that. It was definitely fire. I know that much.
yeah,
Best intro to me, Tekken 4. Tekken 4 music, best intro. That was the best intro music. That combination of drums and congos and it was a lot going on. It was beautiful. But yeah, I think Tekken 3. And see, that's the thing. Like Tekken 2 was up there for me as well. But there's like a few I definitely remember from Tekken 2 that I really love, like Law soundtracks, Bruce's,
Nina's.
Nina,
King's
Kazuya's.
King. Oh yeah, Emotional Passion.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites from Tekken 2. But if I just had to put them in order, I'm gonna say Tekken 3. See, it's such a toss-up because you got Tekken 4 with that authentic sky, man. That authentic sky, man. That's a timeless fighting game classic.
Dude, what about oh man, what's that one track on Tekken 4? Man.
You got Bit Crusher.
Bit Crusher, that's the one. Dude.
Like, man, it's just like, so it's just like really all of these games have phenomenal sound. It's another